Everybody, welcome to my channel, Be Free Now with Maria. Today I want to ask the question, are you feeling disconnected? Right, so I thought about that question because usually, right, we want to have more connection to people, more connection to those around us, but we sometimes don't feel that connection with other people, or at least not the way we want to experience it. And the reason for it is because we're feeling disconnected with ourselves, right? So within, so without. And it starts with us. So if we're feeling disconnected within, we're going to feel disconnected, with other people. If we're feeling like not good about ourselves, we're going to think that other people aren't, thinking good things about us. This disconnect, these thoughts have a ripple effect. So it has to start from within in order to be able to start feeling that on the outside, right? If we want to feel that connection on the outside, we have to start cultivating that connection within. And that is a daily practice. It is one that you can start off with just simply, taking 5 minutes a day to practice some breathing exercises or meditating or journaling or anything else that feels relaxing, because when you start off being able to relax yourself, then you're able to start learning more about what's happening within. In other words, being more open to that, right? Being more open to learning what within you is feeling disconnected and what areas are you feeling disconnected? What areas are feeling heavy and dense within? But in order to be able to do that, right, we need to separate from the external noise, create some quiet in our mind and some time to figure these things out, right? To start at least piecing them together. When I say figuring it out, we don't figure it out in one day, but we start to piece it together because we're spending that time connecting with ourselves and quieting our minds in whichever way that feels comfortable. And sometimes, we can even just journal, right, and empty it out so that it's not so cluttered with all of these thoughts and feelings that are coming up because of these thoughts, right? We're doing something with it. We're moving them. We're not just letting them stay inside of us and weighing us down. So it was something I wanted to share with you today. But before I end, I want to pick a word from my bag of words and see what else I'm inspired to share. Okay, let's see. Oh, procrastination. So interesting. Procrastination is something that we generally want to do when something feels uncomfortable. So we have to be mindful of that, right? That, yes, we may set good intentions like, I'm going to start doing this, and then we may find ourselves doing it for a day or two and then falling off the wagon, right? And getting back into the regular routine of not, taking out the time to connect with ourselves. So we want to be mindful of that. We want to avoid procrastination. And when we do notice it, that we are doing it, because sometimes it is hard to avoid certain things, right? Old habits die hard, as they say. We want to then be able to recognize that we're doing that, be gentle with ourselves, and then get back on it. In other words, wow, there I go again. I forgive myself. I do it again, and then just do it again, right? Start the breathing exercises, the meditation, whichever method you have chosen to start, quieting your mind. You can start it again at any point. The point is to be gentle with yourself, not to beat yourself up, because that's going to make you feel emotionally heavier inside. You want to feel light, and you want to just allow yourself to be human and know that procrastination is part of the process. However, we want to be mindful of it and watchful of it, and of course make a U-turn from it so that we don't stay in that procrastination state and not progressing in the areas that we want to progress in, right? Or creating more connection within ourselves. And last but not least, I also want to share that not only are we connecting with our psyche, but we also want to take out the time to connect with our soul and be able to start learning how to cultivate listening to that small still voice within us, because we have that ability, right, to use our intuition and to be able to hear messages within ourselves based on, right, what we're feeling within ourselves. But we block that when we are not taking the time to connect with our soul. Our soul is our essence. So, not connecting with our soul is almost like not eating, it's, gotta feed the soul. It's part of, it's your essence, right? It's, has to be integrated. It's a part of this existence that we have here, or at least we can make it so. And if we don't, yeah, there's this disconnect that we'll always feel because of that as well, by the way. So we start out with connecting with our psyche if that feels best, but we also want to remember that our soul exists and our intuition is connected with that, and that when we're able to access that part of us, in other words, tapping into it, connecting with it, we're going to start to feel more complete and more whole within ourselves. And then, like I said, right, feeling that connection with those around us, because everything starts to shift from there. So I hope that helps. Bye for now. Until the next time.